for their third and final race. Duncan, the Caterham 3 stars are back in position. Now, we've got one car already that I think gets nice before car at the back, especially Snowstone already, but even so, green flag at the back, so let's take two, shall we?
Yes, so Mount Buckle, number 94, lost his nose cone when driving away. I think he had a problem with flag wave this time. Perhaps there's been an issue with the lights, so they waved the flag instead. It was the slippery surface flag. Anyway, it was a very good start for number 78, Chris Hutchinson. He's away, and in second place is Christian Szaruta. What's happened to our leader, Gordon Sawyer? Where's he? Don't know where he is. He ended up about 4th or 5th place, 94 coming through very slowly there at the end, going off at Abbey. But everybody makes their way through past me absolutely fine. So it's a very good start for Chris Hutchinson, who was away and already a couple of car lengths ahead of the second place man, Christian Szaruta. Gordon Sawyer, as I say, got bogged down somewhere perhaps from the start, but what they used the flag start rather than the lights. So that obviously there may be an issue with the light gadget. So they'll be round with you in a moment. Scott, I expect there'll be a black car in the lead.
Possibly, but no, it's not. It's actually a white, black and yellow car, so Christian Szaruta. This is true to remember, of course, because Chris Hutchinson drops scores, leads the way by a single point from Gordon Sawyer, but Christian Szaruta got three back. So it's the complex to come for the first time. It's then Szaruta to Hutchinson in the lead, up forward, could actually try to get the inside for the first bit of club, couldn't make his sticks to come through. Up now for the first part of the club corner is the second part, and it's Szaruta being chased down by Chris Hutchinson. Third is now Alan Cooper, Sawyer's fourth, and Russ Holman fifth. We've got Lee Bristow sixth, and Tom Renton is seventh down the straight. The rest of the pack comes streaming through, and incredibly, everyone's managed to get around the first pack without unscathed. It looks as though they weren't already at this moment, Duncan. It's back almost drawn for the championship.
Yes, it is. In the car number 79 there, where was he running? 79 was running in 11th place in that second pack, as it were, having a bit of a moment there, and I think there was a bit of contact as he was jumping around all over the place. But there was a change for the lead. Chris Hutchinson back in the lead, past Christian Szaruta under sort of braking, as it were, for Abbey. So for a change for the lead, Chris Hutchinson, Szaruta won't be happy about that. And again, Gordon Sawyer was coming through in 4th place, and Alan Cooper had a good day in 3rd.
So Stone off the straight out from Stoke corner, so look left, look right, we're facing to head down to Stoke corner to see the second lead. It is Hutchinson in the lead then, Hutchinson in the black car with the sort of Swiss cheese holes on the side, and the yellow roll cage leads it. It's now Szaruta second place, and Sawyer's third. So the three champion contenders are first, second and third in the orders to come into Vale corner. Sawyer takes the wide line into Vale, trying to get past Szaruta, can't do it, but he defends Alan Cooper. It's now Oldham in 5th position, 6th for Bristow, 7th for Benton, top 7 for breaking over Chris Hutchinson. If he wins this race, he is the 2018 310R champion. He's going to try and pull away if he can. He's trying to, whilst Szaruta occupied with Sawyer behind as they come down towards Abbey.
It's amazing the way they all follow each other. Chris Hutchinson was weaving around in the track down the straight. The rest of the 6 cars behind him and 7 cars behind him were all following suit. But Hutchinson is trying to extend his lead, as you say. He doesn't quite get away from Christian Szaruta this time, with half a second for them there in the time, and the fastest lap goes to Gordon Sawyer.
Now then, just spotted the road down towards Vale. I've just spotted what looks to be like a slippery surface flag, which is a red and yellow stripe flag, which is there's something on the surface which could be a danger, whether it's fluid or oil or something, whatever it is. But I can see a slippery surface flag being waved down on the approach towards Vale, between Stowe and Vale. So let's wait and see what happens here. The lead at least is going to be all 7 together, top 3 for 7 in the championship, all together as one. So actually still lead. Second place for Szaruta, third for Sawyer, fourth for Cooper, and fifth now still for Grenziger. Actually, Grenziger's come up 2 positions. The 7th to 5th is past both Bristow and Ross Holman as they come up through the right hand into the second part of the corner onto the pit bridge. Hutchinson still leads it, and Szaruta and Sawyer giving chase for the championship.
Splitting apart a bit. Now the 3rd place man, Gordon Sawyer, is going for the inside, and is he going to get past Szaruta? It's going to be all very, very close, and they're side by side as they go up through Abbey and Farm, still side by side, but it'll be Sawyer that will have the inside line as they go into Village. Bit of contact there between cars 24 and 10, whereas that was down in 14th place, Houston and Bevan, as they go up through Abbey, and they've got a car coming straight into the pit. See if I can pick the number. Did you pick up the number?
Yeah, it was Amonito. We've got maybe Sandra Nosco, Sandra Bonnet, because he's kind of that's off. And now there's double wave yellow's being waved down somewhere, so even someone's gone off somewhere. It's not okay, there was a bit of bodywork to come off, and then a very brave orange arm has picked up the bodywork, the bending piece, jumping over the barrel, and puts out of the way. So I think hopefully the yellow flag will in just before the cars come into the right hand. Now then, Chris Hutchinson is trying to pull away in the lead here. It's a reverse of what it was yesterday, with Sawyer giving chase to Hutchinson rather than the other way around. So Hutchinson still leads. Sawyer in second place. Down to fourth though has gone Christian Szaruta. He's gone behind Tom Renske, who's out to third place. The funny thing is he's not in the championship hub, but these guys around him that are not in the championship fight quite simply don't care. They just sit there for their own race. So Hutchinson leads. Sawyer second. Renske now third. Fourth was Szaruta. The next Cooper fifth. Briscoe sixth, and Oz Old in seventh place. The rest of the pack is headed by Chris Rankin in eighth position, and the rest of the field goes streaming through. But interestingly enough, it's now Szaruta is in his early stage of the race, got back to fourth. He's not where he wants to be. He's got can't prove himself with his championship contenders. He's staying like this effectively in this result at the moment, because he can and will change. Hutchinson is in a position to champion, but in position, he's still got a long way still to go to hold on.
There's still 24 minutes to go, and there's a great battle at the back of that lead group between Cooper, Bristow and Olivant, and Cooper and Bristow were swapping positions as they came through Abbey, but I think that changed as they went through Farm. So within the space of about 100 metres they changed positions twice. So great races between those two, but still half a second or so Hutchinson in the lead from Sawyer.
Right, they lead the race until it's top of the chain, side by side from the lead. They get Gordon Sawyer, who does get his nose in front there, so Sawyer goes in front. I believe if Sawyer stays where he is, he's going to win the championship. If he stays behind Hutchinson, then Hutchinson will enhance his own chances. Racing the third, and so Szaruta is down to sixth. He's lost out 2 more places to Lee Bristow and to Alan Cooper. So one of the championship contenders is falling down the order to 6th and possibly even 7th place if he's not careful, because he's still got the car behind him in 7th place to possibly try and get past as well. They've got the car to go past. But even so at the moment, it looks like at the moment at least, it's Sawyer versus Hutchinson for the championship. We're not counting Sawyer out entirely. We've got a lot of work to do to get him back up to that front two. Try and get clear there. It's going to be all 3 contenders in the top 3 back up to that title.
This has got 3 cars to get past, but they are all within about a second of each other. So it's not impossible. We've still got 22 minutes left, so one of the longer pavement races will have this weekend. Cooper 116.041. They're all those top 5 cars lapping in the 116, so they're at the same speed, and there's less than half a second between each and every one of them.
So they're going to head into sight for the moment car up at Stowe. Let's see what Gordon does. It's going to be a gold and black car or a black and yellow car. Let's see what's going to be a slightly lighter black car. It's the dark colour car off, which actually leads it. I think that might be Bristow in second place. It is Lee Bristow, the outgoing 3-time champion. Second place, and it's rented to the next car back, and I think looks to be with Sawyer's got a damaged front left wing. It's hanging off. Bristow is up to second place. It's now going to be Sawyer third, Renton at fourth, Cooper fifth, then it's Szaruta down to sixth position, still fighting the rearguard action on Russ Olivant. And the 8th place behind is a great 5-class back led by Chris Rankin. So it looks to me as though at the moment it's involved Hutchinson, while Sawyer's down to third behind the charge of Lee Bristow. He's determined not to let his title go that far.
side by side for Hutchinson and Bristow as they go through Abbey, and then Sawyer exploiting that gap and going up the inside of Farm. So that was the three cars absolutely together through this past me. That was very, very exciting indeed. And there's all on chopping and changing all around the circuit. It's obviously they're much more confident on these dry conditions, so we're seeing a lot more overtaking manoeuvres.
Right, I'm getting the communications through from Simon Lambert. He says at the moment, Sawyer by 1 point is going like this, so Hutchinson's into the lead, and this Sawyer's third place, so I'll get the further car straight on as well to see. Right, into the right hand of Stowe, so lead Bristow, that does lead it, Hutchinson second place, but he's going to the outside line towards Vale to try and make his way through. Can he go round the outside into Vale? The answer is no, but he might get the cut back on the exit club and try and squeeze through. Sawyer's still third, fourth place for Rensinger, fifth for Cooper, sixth for Szaruta, who's still there or thereabouts, so seventh place now for the 55 Ross Owen, falling away from the back of the pack. From down the pitch towards you and Abbey, five of them all together in the lead.
And they're three abreast for the lead as well, and it's completely changed. It's 85 Gordon Sawyer in the lead from Hutchinson from Bristow. So Bristow went first to third in one straight, and they were absolutely three abreast. It's fantastic. I saw Hutchinson pull out to try and go past Bristow. Bristow pulled out to try and block him off, and that allowed Sawyer through. Oh, fantastic racing here with the 4 yards. It's absolutely brilliant. The sun beats down now. We're warming up somewhat.
Yeah, I don't want to call you out, but it was 3 seconds.
Sorry.
But there will be each other, but that's you tend to make communications about people saving each other, so it's all good. Meanwhile, right, 310 hours, so you saw it isn't leading. That'll be interesting for the challenge, because it looks like Sawyer is leading into the complex. Hutchinson is about third and fourth, but it's Rensinger up to second place, Bristow third, Hutchinson down to fourth. That's not really what we want to do for the championship. Cooper attacking in fifth position, and it's Szaruta that's right now. They're back away from us in seventh place as they come through. Rensinger now tries to attack me Bristow. Frustrating, Hutchinson thinking, you two are each other, fine, go away and let me go and attack Gordon Sawyer, but he won't help me. They're going side by side for second place down the pit straight, down towards you, Duncan.
Yes, they are, and it looks like it's going to be Hutchinson past Bristow, yes. Oh, and they're still side by side as they go for Abbey, and Bristow had the fastest line. Oh, and Rensinger's there as well, and Hutchinson right at the back there. Oh, it's just 5 of them absolutely together. Fantastic. I can hardly keep track of who's where.
This is Caterham Racing. We went to a final weekend with one race left to go in the championship, and 3 drivers separated by 4 points on drop score. That's how tense it really is. It's tense like this for the Supersport title last year. We had 3 drivers in the next. One of them was ironically got a pushing to no, they weren't pushing to but he's up there in that sort of lead back with them for most of the race. Wait to see what plays out further on. They're going to be heading down the back straight down towards Stone in second now, and from fight with the team of the tension drive. I'm not even halfway through on yet.
No, we're 17 minutes in.
We're only halfway through. Now Gordon Sawyer leads it then out to Stoke forward. It's now Bristow in second place. Hutchinson, I think, is up for third. Yes, he is ahead of Tom Rensinger. That's a possible move to second place. Trying to have a look at instead, but holds back on race 1. She works some close behind some, as is Cooper. Saruta's on back of his train now into the 6th position. Oliver's fallen away a bit of no man's land in 7th. He's on his own at the moment and can't keep the pace with the pack. There's a great 6-car battle led by David Yates and Alex Jordan. That's fighting down from 8th place downwards to that sort of 13th, which is a fantastic sight to see. And in packs of 3 or 4 cars at least, all the way down the field, back towards the tunnel. It's fantastic to watch.
Wherever you look, there's a battle going on. There's 3 coming 3 abreast across the line now. That's back in at 20th place. That's headed by the 35 car of Peter Reynolds. So there's another battle for you to watch out for. The leaders were past me, and I really feel for Chris Hutchinson at the moment. He's back fighting away in 3rd place, watching Gordon Sawyer just get away. There's a second now between Sawyer and Bristow across the line. So poor old Chris Hutchinson has really got to try hard to maintain his championship at one point.
Well, he's certainly trying to. He's still in 3rd position, trying to fight off Tom Rensinger, and Sawyer's on the sort of. Now he's got a tiny bit of clear air, so medium and very dances to come back to fail. So he's still going to go past in the same order. So Sawyer from Bristow, Hutchinson from Rensinger. He's now lost third place on that, obviously. Fifth place now for Cooper, sixth for Szaruta. Seventh place, quite a distance in minutes for Walden. And behind them, look at this six-car battle for eighth place, headed by David Yates. They come up through the right hand, on for pit straight. Look at these six up the final corner, going all the way through. 11, the 80, the 74, the 40, and the 79. All together back to the other position down towards Abbey.
Yes, and it's Perry that leads that at the moment, but who's it going to be next? It's the 11 from the 80 car, the 19 car, the 19 car of David Henschel is just about getting, Donald Henschel, sorry, is just about getting past as they go through Abbey, and that is fantastic. Six-car train, two cars again. It's the Bevan and Watts battle still going on after 11 laps. They were absolutely side by side through Abbey past me.
Let's see what order this Super 6 is going to be back into the lead here. And the championship, of course, between Gordon Sawyer, Chris Hutchinson and Christian Szaruta. Into the complex, into Silverstone they go. The top four broken away now for both Alan Cooper and Christian Szaruta. So it's now Sawyer from Bristow from Hutchinson from Rensinger, as it was the last lap. Hutchinson peeks out the bottom, have a look at second place on Bristow. Tucks back in behind him. Now it's trying to keep on bending off Tom Rensinger a bit, but it's the good thing about the comfort for Hutchinson is that Sawyer's not been allowed to get away. There's a black and white flag that's gone out for somebody. I can't see it on the picture on the board just yet, but let's have a look. I can't stop over that car to see who it is, but there is a black and white flag that's gone out for somebody. I'm presuming it must be the track limits. I haven't seen the contact. It must be the official track limits for that one. You get a bit of a warning first of all, then you get the black and white flag. If you keep on doing it for a third time, that's when the time codes start to rack up. Eventually, if you keep on doing it 6 or 7 times in a row, without silly enough, you actually get excluded from the race and black flag. So, but even so, top four all together, and it's not tied down anytime soon.
No, it's not. It's half a second now. Sawyer's not expecting that lead as I expected him to. And Rensinger now attacking Hutchinson. So Hutchinson's going to be looking in his rear mirrors rather than ahead more. And they were one of a second between the line, but between all three was less than a second. And Rensinger and Cooper having Cooper and Szaruta having a great tussle at the back of that train there, and as you say, Oliver's all on his own.
Now then, up towards Baird again, and Sawyer's trying to pull away once again, and once more, Hutchinson goes to the inside line also to both just peek out on the inside of the Bristol, but also to kind of fend off any advance that the front goes to the forward now. Through the far final corner they go. Sawyer onto the back straight, onto pit straight now, trying to again pull away from the three cars behind. As you said, Cooper and Szaruta have a good run so far for 5th and 6th place. 7th place for Oliver, but if he's not careful, he might start to clutch the back. He's going for 8th. It's headed by now by David Yates and Perry with Jordan with a 74. And then we've got the Rob Watts and Nathan Bell, and then we've got Chris Round in the mix as well.
Top four as per they went past you, past me, and Szaruta got past Cooper. And then we have this fantastic battle with Henschel, Perry, Jordan, Beardwell and everybody else all going past me. There was a change, I think, between the Perry and the Henschel car, so that was a change to the lead of that little group. More of the groups past spread out a bit towards the back of the field, but again there's little miniature battles going on between one or two cars.
So certainly practically 100% going right. Still no change in the top four, but I have to say the place actually not really frustrating chasing after Bristow. You go to the inside line, it's almost 3 abreast again, but actually tries to drive up the outside line into Bell Corner, can't get it done. We have to sit back in the 3rd place. So I try to pull away further as much as he can, but he still can't shake these 3 cars behind him. He's got a tiny gap between the cars behind, but he's not comfortable enough to try and start thinking about the championship at this point in time. Meanwhile, Ross Oliver almost has been caught on the back of the 8th. I think he's now being headed by David Yates, still by Open Perry, and then the 74. So come out to the right hander onto the pit straight, up Oliver. If he's not careful, he could be swamped by the car behind him.
He is falling back in well, I say that, and I just see 3 or 4 of them just sliding around along the track. And I think, well, they're probably going to slow each other up, actually. And what's that going on that there? That's 74, the Beardwell car. He was right out towards the pit wall, but no, he slots back into third in that technical group. I think Gordon Sawyer's thoughts are probably all on the championship, although he'd probably like to not getting himself all worked up, but he was 0.8 seconds ahead that time. And what he needs is Hutchinson and Briscoe to get themselves involved in a tussle, and then people just start to get away. But the trouble is, they get that constant slow down and straight, coming into your line now, and so it pulled away about a second down.
Well, it's something as it looks, because if we go back down to the tail, it's now once again going to be second place, actually goes to his outside line again, the second time into Bell, and can't get that slot back in behind Bristow. And the gap is pretty much as it was really, because it hasn't really gone out too much Gordon Sawyer, and second, third and fourth is still keeping him honest, and they come off the pit straight. Still a good place for Ventus, they'll get back past Szaruta again, so whatever scores from Szaruta beyond the pace, doesn't work for him. Now, Russ Oliver is 7th, and you're absolutely right, he's starting behind for 8, and so he's tripping over each other. They're not actually catching them all that much, because Yates is leading all these guys down on the pit straight. If you watch them throwing at each other, Russ Oliver must have been in this thinking, yeah, carry on boys and girls, keep on doing that, we're just staying front of them.
Just leading them all around, they can all follow him. They were again absolutely side by side across the time round. Looked at my time screen, and all three of them at once.
A revelation, here's something that could change the championship wide open. Gordon Sawyer, the reason we're not sure that possibly maybe has been given a 5-second penalty. This is going to blow the championship wide open. If that's the case, potentially we could be looking at championship advantage for Hutchinson. That's the dramatic thing. Now on the exit out of Stowe corner, Bristow runs wide back to the race itself. Britson enters third place now, pushes down to 4th. Hutchinson is 2nd, and now is the next car up the road is Sawyer. But of course, with that 5-second penalty in place, effectively he is now the race leader. So that means effectively, if he stays as it is, drops back around, potentially it could be advantage Hutchinson for the championship. He is possibly in line to take the title if he stays as it is.
And Christian Szaruta is faster. Looking at my timing screen, I don't know whether your man with the timing screen, your numbers working it out, but this puts Sawyer, who's back in 4th place. There we are, they've added the time penalty. I was working it out that he was around where Szaruta is, so there's 1.5 seconds between them on the timing screen.
And the boards have gone out to confirm the 5-second penalty. The car rated by Gordon Sawyer. I think this is dramatic enough, but it just takes another turn in this part of the race of the championship. So at the moment, everything is playing into Hutchinson's favour. However, as we said, we've still got about roughly 10-12 minutes to go in this race to try and settle it. Now, Hutchinson, of course, will try effectively, even though he's 2nd on the road. I think you'll see the board next time he comes back around. You'll see that car 85 has got a 5-second penalty. So maybe if he sees that, he may realise he doesn't have to pass him to actually win this championship as he comes through. And into the right hand of Stowe, Hutchinson's gone back down to 4th on the race, 3rd in the race. Effectively, Bristow, Brenton and Hutchinson are battling for the race lead now, because Gordon Sawyer, let's see if he can pull out a 5-second gap somehow, or more, is still behind these three to come through. So Bristow, ahead of Brenton on the road in 2nd and 3rd, but that's effectively the lead. They come through out of the final corner. Sawyer will see the 5-second penalty, probably see his heart sink, thinking, oh no, really? But they come out of the right hand. Bristow's with Brenton, then for Chris Hutchinson. So at the moment, it stays as it is, as we said, if Hutchinson can get himself to 2nd place, he will inherently lead on the inherently in the result, even though he's 2nd on the road, and it will be championship for him. But if he's still got a little way to go, nothing is at all certain in this race.
Well, Brenton goes into 1st place, so that's all changed. So now Hutchinson's got to get past Bristow. The fastest man on track was Bristow at 1:15.5. They're all getting faster. Sawyer on the time screen with penalty applied is in 4th place. He's 1.6 seconds ahead of Alan Cooper. So Christian Szaruta can start to make up some place. And I don't know, he's got 7.5 minutes to do it. If he can get past Alan Cooper and start to make some headway and get into that leading group, he could, in fact, get himself up to past Gordon Sawyer. I don't know what that would do for the championship, but anyway, we'll see if that is very, very, it's likely, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's the complex to come. It's now effectively, if you want to count the result, on the road still Sawyer lead, but in the timer screen, it'll be Hutchinson. Oh, Mason Brinsker, the side by side in the exit of the final corner. Brinsker may let him go. He's actually gone through to 3rd place. There might be a time bump of wheels in the exit of that corner, so it's effectively in the timing screen 3rd place for Hutchinson. On the road it's 4th. So we'll wait and see how that also plays out. And what's happened to Russ Oliver? He's in the middle of his pack. He's back in 8th place, and he's slipping down the order. He's right in the middle of it, side by side. I think possibly that's David Bell. Also, that is Alex Jordan going 3 abreast with him down towards Abbey corner.
4 abreast.
Wow.
Yes, and that was 15. Yates and Jordan and the orange car didn't quite get that colour of the number, but yes, there were 4 of them abreast going into Abbey, and they all said, no, this is going to be a bit too close, and 2 of them pulled back, 2 of them stayed side by side, so fantastic racing here, and very, very neat and tidy as well for them, which is good to see as well. I think the leader, Gordon Sawyer, is back with you.
Yeah, they are, and it's now, well, Brentford is now second place, it's now 11 for Bristol on the road, it's a bullet on the road. But third place on the road will be complex, the turn to the right hand there. Now come out through Club Corner. The interesting thing is that trying to pull away by 5 seconds. Another black and white flag is on for somebody or something. Again, I can't see because the board is not in my vision at the moment, but another black and white flag for someone's track
Number 21.
21.
Which is Harry Landon.
Okay, so meanwhile, what's on it? I don't know what's happening pace-wise, but he's right at the back of that train at the back of the pace goes down to the same pace so far. So obviously, the time of the pace of last year could have been tricky at him going up and down the results and much, but I think they're probably not where you want to get the season, people are going towards the base and just outside the top 10.
There was some issue at the start of the race for Bresson. It wasn't on that lead group. Then he started to drop away halfway through the race. Now he's looking even further back. He was that time at like 1:18. They're about a second slower than everybody else in that group. I think there's a problem there for Russ. I thought he was in 14th place. He was he up in the third at one point? At least 5.
He was up there with the leading group initially, but lost out. Now, he is the back of me, still Brenton versus Bristol for second place as a result of the lead. So at the moment, at least, timing through, it's Brenton the back of Bristol in the lead, and Hutchinson in third place. And looking at 5-minute board's gone out, and there's a 10-second penalty gone out. It's less than 21 Harry Landley. It's not a 5 second, it's a 10-second penalty going for Harry Landley. So he's walking down the order, but that's not exactly the thing we wanted to end the season, obviously. Meanwhile, behind the 8th place down, it's now going to be David Yates attacking Andrew Perry, and Alex Jordan leading about 6 cars as we're going down the straight, followed by the 5 cars, not too far away either. So these are going to be with us shortly, but 5 minutes to go. I think a couple of taking with 5, can't we?
Yeah, and it is something he's dropping away. That's what it is, Scott.
It's a wing.
It's a wing, indeed. It's a front wing, in fact. And I think that's from that battle for with 8 cars between Perry, Henschel, Jordan, Beardwell, Yates, Franklin, and Bell and Oliver to the back. I think it's one of those cars. There's certainly a big bump there as they make a rabbit and then leading the view.
Now then, because actually he's got back up to the 2 cars in front of him. So let's keep that. That's good because effectively we can stay with them. Bristol goes round the outside into the complex at Club Corner. At least he can get up the inside the second place. Actually, we're trying to get past on the outside if he can. Bristol shuts the door as they come out to the right hand on the second right Club Corner onto the pit straight. So on the pit straight they go all 3 together. Grensinger, Bristol and Hutchinson. Those 3 cars are right behind Gordon Sawyer. And then back to the 3 together to be on the podium and ultimately face the lead. So we're going to the stage of the right now. And a very exciting one for Taunton. But Tom Grensinger will win the race if he stays with us is the result. Bristol second, Hutchinson third. The fact Hutchinson's there in the last couple of places good to make his way past both of them, because behind Sawyer on the road will win the race and ultimately should get the championship result.
Down the pit straight, Grensinger was trying to defend against the 2 cars of Hutchinson and Bristow, and he couldn't defend both of them at once, so he decided to defend against Hutchinson. That allowed Bristow to get past on the inside of Abbey, but I think Grensinger had a better line for Abbey, and he maybe retook that lead on the road, and so it could be Grensinger in the lead, with Bristow just behind, with Hutchinson there as well.
Yeah, well, that actually changes. Grensinger leading effectively on the result. Sawyer still leads. Because Hutchinson trying to make a move now for what would be the lead of the race on the result. He's actually second, actually third on the road, second on the result. Ahead of Bristow now. That's a as they come through onto the pit straights for the last couple of laps of the season to go. Gordon Sawyer, all he can do now is literally stay and try and pull away as much as he can, but he can't do that. Now off the corner, Grensinger got a great run off the second by the club that allows him to get a couple of seconds away to pull away from Hutchinson. I think Hutchinson just finishes his way in second. I think should be able to do it. I reckon, but we'll have to wait and see. So the gap, Sawyer is lead behind by 3.8 seconds. Grensinger, Bristow, Hutchinson off the line. So Bristol I'm sure actually rather than way around, but we'll see how that plays out. But either way, top 3 back from this race victory, yeah, it's just I'm sure it's a better time to this house in second place. So this is getting close, this is getting very close to being. There's a minute and 10 to go in the season, and if I'm honest, I don't know the exact rotation of who's going to finish where in the championship.
Well, the next lap will be the last lap, so we will see them a couple of times before stop. In fact, I think they're already around with you. They're doing a very, very quick time. The quickest time we'll see.
Yes, and Hutchins side by side with Gretzky for what will be the lead of the race. Up the inside of Gretzky, gets in front, he's through, he's done it. Hutchins into the lead now. On the timing screen at least. Second place to Bristow, then Gretzky down to third. There's one more lap to go. Sawyer will pretty much win the race on the road, but he won't really have the results. So Hutchins now's going to hold on. This is the tensest lap of his life to hold on if he possibly get the championship. On the final lap of the race, Hutchins in the lead with Gretzky second and Bristow third. It all comes down to this. If Hutchins stays exactly where he is, like what I reckon, I'm not sure on Simon, I reckon he'll regain second match Hutchinson for the title. Let's find out.
Well, they went past me at Abbey and it was still Hutchinson leading, and Bristow was trying to make some moves to get past, but that wasn't happening because he had to defend off Rensinger. So Hutchinson is happy where he is at the moment, but we won't know what happens around at Village or Angus Straight. We'll only know until they come back into your side, Scott. What did the competitions for the championship say?
I'm just double checking the side and keeping it for the next 30 seconds or so. We'll have to wait and see. They haven't come into sight with me just yet. Just on the lap cars back there amongst each other. Go back to hopefully and try and find out as it comes through. Very close indeed. Yes, he's told me if Hutchinson does win the race, he wins the championship. He's ahead of both, but no, he's not. He's behind them at the moment. He's alongside Rensinger for second place in the result. Sawyer will win the race anyway. It's going to be very tense for the last lap of the race here. Rensinger holds the inside line for the second place on the results at least. Bristow's in the mix in third as well. It's going to be very close to the final part before they come up towards the right hand at the timers for the last lap. Sawyer win the race on the road, but for the actual championship result, what's it going to be? It's going to be in the actual race victory after the timing result. Bristol will win it. Rensinger second, Hutchinson third. And now the wait, because I don't know what that means. So who was fourth? Sawyer will get fourth after the penalty. Cooper split, then Sawyer sixth. So now I'm going to ask you a nice question. What does that do to the championship? Because Hutchinson was third in the results. I'm trying to get the answer. I think once you guys are coming through, everyone's on 10 books around the circle trying to find out. Deciding what the answer is, I'll find out in a second.
A quick run down to the top 10 then.
We're reckoning, we think, not official yet, we're reckoning potentially Hutchinson has done it. It's not official yet, I think we have done it. We wait for Simon's word. Sawyer comes in, you'll be sad that he hasn't missed out on. Final race that's going to have going as champion. Second place goes to Rensinger, which is one of his better last of the season, and third place we think. Not sure if he's done it or not, but I think he'll probably find out by the time he comes out. So we'll double check. But we think on the podium that it's possibly, we think it's Hutchinson. But we'll wait and see, wait until the case consensus gets to the podium to find out exactly what the connotations are. But if it is Hutchinson, it's very emotional seeing the podium and his family, because he's worked so hard since he first started in Caterham back in 2013. He's waited 6 years for a championship title.
Why is that? You got no fucking way! You won't run down there! You're not doing it!
Reynolds and got Richard Lambert and a few more cars to mix. So that's the three. That's the second 310R season in its history finished in terms of the championship. We will have to wait and see. Again, provisionally, we are relatively sure that we think it's done.